Hey everybody, welcome back. Operation Get 10 Wins Without a Dog is still in effect right now. I hate this squad. Oh my god. I have nothing positive to say. Lazy whippersnapper. Like, the squad is so bad it turned me 80 years old. I gained 47 years of age in a millisecond. We lost to a squad that's like a D-, but we're like a Z. Okay, anytime you see 4 different animals on the same team, you know... Actually, we probably want it like this. Anytime you see 4 animals on the same team, you know you're in trouble. I think this is the setup we want here. We're one of 2 different animals away from a level, which gives us a ticket in the puppy lottery. And holy cow, we're actually going to win a round. This is an important one to win early, just to... I mean, the trophies count for the same whether you get them early or late, so I'll take a free one early. Let's go weirdo mode. Okay, I'll take my level, thank you very much. And you... How much you get? +4 health? Holy cow. You know what? Unfreeze me. Buy me. Freeze me, roll me, sell me, 1-5, buy me, sell me. I know how this looks, but in order to get us... this is the setup I want for the future. I don't even want the 2 jellyfish, to be honest. A puppy that's a little bit ahead of the curve, even though it's not going to trade very nicely here, and we are going to lose this round. And the swan, for the extra finances, will need to get the puppy off the ground. We need to stabilize quick, but it's not looking too bad. Let me get a croissant. Any kind of persistent stat gain, I think, is going to be interesting. I don't really want a second one. I want another unit. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. None of these units appeal to me that much. You're gonna swap, you're gonna swap. You could just move you to the back, honestly. Or to the front. I guess I can move you to the front. Leave the puppy here. The puppy's gonna be a 5-9. Swan's a 2-3 with some extra gold coming in. It would be a great round to draw. The math is bad for us again. That's very unfortunate. But I still... Wow, the math was horrible for us. I still like what we've got going on in the midterm. We need to stabilize, though. Like, right now. So, I do think, obviously, we don't really care about a frog. We don't really care about the marmoset leveling up. This is what I wanted to see, a cucumber for the puppy. Just to keep raising the stats. If we have to, I would take a dromedary. 2 frogs? It's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's interesting. This would be an insanely good round to not lose, because I'm about to eat my words if we lose. Hold on. Hold on. I told you, we're the greatest to ever do it. More puppies would also be really nice to see, just for the record. Okay. Wow, you shouldn't have. Thank you. And then thank you. And then no thank you. Roll me. Because I want to see... I don't really care about the dromedary, to be honest, or the marmoset. They're leaving soon. That is something I care about. We want the frog to level up next turn and kickstart us up a tier. The swan getting another level, also very helpful for the puppy, obviously. This would be another great round not to lose. This would have been a great round to have, like, some garlic involved on the squad at any point, but that's what we're going to be on lethal. Let's be honest, it's a position I'm very used to running. Is being on lethal with hopefully 8 wins in a row coming soon. Okay, we'll level first. Now, you could swap stats, but I don't really want to swap these stats to anything. I think you're gone. And a falcon existing is very important. Then we can buy one of you. I think we're going to win this round, so I'm going to take a chance and use... I'm going to sell my marmoset for the reroll to get a second one of these out here. I'm not 100% convinced, to put it mildly. Please, please, I need this. I'll take my draw. I'll take my draw, thankfully. Keep scaling me. You know what? You need more. Nothing here interests me. Nothing here interests... No, something here interests me. Not necessary. Although if I sold... Swap stats of 2 adjacent friends. I don't really want to swap anybody's stats. But we could sell and then run Turkey Parrot. Or we could just run Parrot behind Falcon. I think I'm happy with a 6-4, honestly. Okay, freeze the pair. We got a long way to go here. Like, the puppy is... I would really have liked to have seen it at level 2 by now. But I think we got enough, like, burst damage out there to begin with to cause some problems, I hope. It's managed to work out for me. I feel better than ever as a result of this. Maybe now it's mission get rid of this frog. Maybe not in favor of a shark. Definitely just take one of those. Okay. How about in favor of a lionfish? Certainly think you could do worse. Put a lionfish out there. A lemon. At this point, I would probably take a lemon on the puppy over a cucumber. Maybe we take chocolate first, just in the hopes we live for one more round. If we lose this one, this is going to feel bad, because the lemon really can be a huge difference maker. Hippo's, like, definitely not what you want to see. But it's not as bad as it looks. Probably. I told you, it's not as bad as it looks. I'll take my draw there, thankfully. They didn't have a path to victory, okay? You definitely need a lemon. That'll be very helpful. You could take one of these. Maybe we get another one for... If not, that's fine. Guess what? For now, the Falcon's going to take this. Now we got 3 extra gold coming in every turn. We built an economy. I think we should... And I don't say this lightly. I think we should be better than the average team we play against right now. That was a huge lionfish. Thank you so much. Maybe not by much, as you can see right here, but I think we'll possibly come back under the trend line pretty soon, but I think this is okay. Now, do you sell a lionfish to get a leopard out there for 5 extra damage? I say no to that. I say no to the popcorn for now. I say yes to, like, all buffs. I don't think a lemon's going to do it on 3 HP, but I feel like when we're pinched up against 2 gold like this for the puppy buff, you got to give it a chance. Still crazy. Still nice. Still worked. Okay. That was the same guy. That doesn't feel fair. Parrot levels. More parrots. Puppy's almost maxed out here. Take one of these. Nobody else really needs a lemon right now. The power of the lemon. Could definitely start to think about using this 2 extra gold. We also need to add a second unit that does something. Killing that octopus is kind of huge, man. I think the puppy is good enough to weather the storm from the vulture. You can kill all my other units, it doesn't matter. But, like, we can sell the lionfish to make space right now if we need to. Takes us to 6. We just need to figure out how we're going to get there. Like, what are we adding to help us long term? And I don't have an answer. Like, at all. Well, the swan is not leaving right now, so why don't you take the buff? Freeze the chocolate. Okay, that changes everything. We'll keep the lionfish and make it a level 2. Parrot's getting mighty close. Puppy's still getting the attack. At this point, we're heavily thinking that we don't use the buff for the puppy next time, which is great. We made it to its logical endpoint. This is the kind of team that just destroys us. This is the kind of team you look at and you just say, how did you do this? How did you get a 50-50 Hippo, a 50-10 Wasp, a 25-25 Buffalo? I'll take my 6 because we lost so much early that I'm just thankful to be here. But obviously I need to take some lessons. How the heck did your team get so strong so fast? Let me be a foamy fella. That's just perfect. A foamy fella. Can't you hear me yell? You're putting me through heck. Okay. Fish always lose now. Oh, man. Didn't the fish used to be a 2-3 or a 3-3? Those were the days. I don't think this is great right now, but the level up is going to be nice. Sure. And maybe we should take advantage. We should put like one more unit on the team before we level up. I appreciate my free victory. Thank you so much. I will take it. I wish I could pretend. I can't even add another unit without like losing the... Yeah, okay, just start here. And then take a dog. This is wonderful. Definitely take one of these. Previously, I probably would have been like, oh, that's not fair that they don't know what they're doing. Don't match me against someone like that. Now I'm like, thank you for the free win. I'll take all the help I can get now that TSM Mid has launched a... I guess the M stands for mid to begin with, right? Did I just boomer myself? Now that TSM has launched their own Super Auto Pets esports team with the associated G Fuel brand, I'll take what I can get, man. Give me free wins. The level of competition has never been higher. Roll me. Not good enough, but I'll at least take a buy sell. If we're going to re-roll anyway, it's just a very expensive roll. I could live with an expensive roll. Sure, that's a level next time. We'd really like to see a pill. So we can pill the flamingus and make some space without having to sell something. So the faster we see a pill, the better. But if I had to, I would sell the flamingo and forego the buff just to... Because we want to make sure the dog... Well, I don't know. Because it's like the opportunity cost is the same as like buying 2 units. Like to get 1/1 on the dog requires 2 buy sells. So maybe it's worth waiting for a pill. Like we could just give you one of those. That's pretty good, honestly. We'll just use that immediately. Okay. Let's say forget the duck. I'm happy with what the swan provides for us right now until a pill shows up. So forget about that level. It's not that relevant. Add a bison instead. Freeze some garlic. We would still love a pill to show up, but we can wait. We've got an unbelievably like scale-heavy team. Like this is kind of like a scumbag team, and I couldn't be happier, to be quite frank with you. That's Super Auto Pets in the weekly right now. You're either the scumbag or the scumbagged. You should take one of these. I need to freeze you, but like we need to pill this flamingo. They finally gave us the option. Okay, I appreciate that immensely. More than you can know. More than words. Put one of these down. We cannot sell the fish. Whoa! Okay, there's a very simple flow chart for this. You're going to move the swan back, place a dog, move the dog, place a dog, move the dog. Then you start to buy other units. I think... And my level of confidence in this game has been low lately. This time, I think we're going to the moon. We still have 9 HP. We're on 5 wins. I think we're going to the moon. This seems like a moon-driven run. I mean, you might even be better than a turtle. But the beautiful thing about a turtle is that we can pill that turtle in time. Also, like, passive upgrading food... plus melon armor actively is just such an awesome combo. So we're kind of looking for a pill. Very good and very good. And people will laugh and say, like, you got the whole shop frozen. Yeah, but it's like, it's full of frozen foods that are delicious. It's full, like, of course I froze the whole shop. The entire shop is like my platonic ideal of shopitude right now. Like, it's beautiful. It's perfect. I want nothing else. You got to do what you got to do, though. We can get another turtle back later. We have to prioritize the dog. Wow. Okay. I mean, this seems kind of incredible. We can't sell a fish, though. That's the annoying part. I love this. So I don't know, like, we have to remember how we're going to fit one more unit onto the squad to continually buff this dog. And the only answer is, like, we have to... I'm not getting rid of the swan. I can't get rid of the fish. I'm not getting rid of the bison. So, I mean, you can run the math for yourself. We're kind of stuck. We got to get rid of the lionfish instead. Which means we probably should not prioritize leveling it up. We should instead just spend as much money as possible buying and selling, and literally, like, not even worrying about what you're buying and selling, except that the dream is that you still finish on a lionfish if possible. Feels pretty good. Lemons would help out too. A couple of lemons would hit the spot right now. I feel like this is the first team in a long while that realistically kills us. I'm not feeling bad about that. I think we fought a superior team, and I embrace that. Holy cow, 14 gold. Definitely lemon me. Not that interested. Don't drop a grape on this. It just doesn't matter. And remember your buy-sell technique, okay? As long as you finish on something that you're happy to have, 2 gold for 2 stat points reliably, I think is kind of okay. And by the way, I understand you're going to double entendre me for the previous sentence. It's beneath you, okay? Grow up. We're past that. I'm in my 30s now, okay? We have erudite conversations about things like the nature of man. We get to 8 wins in Super Auto Pets. Higher-minded ideals, okay? 15 gold. How about one of these real quick? Yeah, thank you so much, because I do want you to have the HP. I want you to have one of these. Don't really care for any of these. Care for this. Thank you for the HP. Very useful. Do we want to... You know what? I'll get weird with it. This doesn't really affect us that much, but it could screw up the enemy teams quite fiercely. Let's see. Let's see if it makes some useless wasps. I mean, I would hesitate to call that a huge dub, but we did make their blowfish worse. We kind of ran over them, honestly. Okay, I would say just stick to the plan. This is a business as usual situation. I would not mind ending with a Stegosaurus here, which is actually a Spinosaurus. So let's just get this dog statted as high as possible. This is what happens when you have, like, endless grapes on your team. You could really use this, honestly. And I'm feeling great. I'm feeling fantastic. Although I will say, I guess if we leveled up our swan, we could afford to finally get rid of our fish and place an actually useful animal there instead of a 7/7, but it's a strong buffalo. That's a strong buffalo. We're not getting through this team. This is like, we've gotten a lot of stats on this run. So when I get defeated by Gamer Man, who is just like statted to the freaking gills, like, how does that happen? I'm not mad. I'm genuinely just curious. Okay, you can now leave, which is awesome. Now the tiger doesn't really do too much for us right here, but certainly I would happily add a crocodile and then get ready to sell you and fit another unit into your place. I don't know what unit rate. I mean, I think a Spinosaurus is fine, but I do think we can do better. Barracuda ain't it. I would sell you and then honestly just throw this in here. Now we don't need a chili pepper, I think. That might be useful. I have started to question myself. I so confidently called that we were definitely going to get to 10. And I'm starting to get scared. But I'm also starting, now that I'm looking at this a little bit more closely, I'm actually feeling okay. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling fantastic. Okay. We got to 10. Now, it took the greatest shops I've ever seen, but whatever. I'm just happy to have it. Let's run one more back. That's so good for my confidence. Okay. That was those early fish, man. You see that? Like, the fish was... You gave me 3 of a kind. Twice. Wait, that's not how that works. You gave me 3 pair. That's a heck of a poker hand with 5 cards. I mean, I'll be a hungry ghost. Any Wolf Parade fans in the chat? Nah. I got water. I got something. La. The sons and daughters of hungry ghosts. You more of a Spencer Krug head or a Dan Beckner light? Here's the thing, is for me, I've always been a fan of Spencer Krug swinging for the fences. His overly theatrical, medieval sort of work on Sunset Rubdown, the mending of the gown, etc., etc. Trumpet, trumpet, toot, toot. You go on ahead for a while. These are all slappers. But I also respect what Dan Beckner ended up not only bringing to Wolf Parade on songs like, This Heart's on Fire and... hold on, I'm trying to think of the song. It's not Fancy Claps. Shine a Light, that's the one I was thinking of. But then also, I like the work that he did with Handsome Furs. I thought that was a great side project. Anyway, I'm kind of in the weeds here. I'd like to apologize to you briefly. No levels, huh? Well, you do best as a combine. But I gotta respect that Spencer Krug really, I mean, he brings his A game on every project. Maybe sometimes it actually works to his detriment, but overall, I got nothing but respect for my president. That's what made Wolf Parade work so well for that first album, is the fire and the ice. And the lightning and the thunder. So true. Okay, this is a weird build right now. We're going full jellyfish strats for whatever reason. We'll probably wait a turn, and let's get the jellyfish statted up. Okay, interesting. I don't know how this looks yet, but a level 2 jellyfish, man, it would hit the spot if we could get that to pop early. That's fine. We honestly just have a worse team. The sheep's pretty efficient right now. Okay, level me. Buff the jellyfish. Kind of an insanely sick turtle, quite frankly. Like, I think this could go. I know we're not swapping stats. That's by design. You know what? Now the jellyfish gets even stronger. We don't want to pill a turtle. That's the problem. I mean, I guess you could pill a turtle and, like, put it on the frog or something. But I don't think we want to get that precious with it right now. I think we just want to pump this jellyfish as high as possible. Maybe get a level 3 frog. Take the stats off the jellyfish. Move the stats from the jellyfish onto something useful in the later game. And then, like, live your life. This one felt good. It felt like a good draw against a team on the way up versus a team on the way down. I'll let you figure out who's who. Hey, Ruka, you can't go under the computer. You can't. Hey, I saw you trying to get under the computer. You can't go under the computer. You can go anywhere else. This whole office is your domain, okay? How's this? How's up on the cat penthouse? He loves it. Look at that. It's just hard for me not to take a cucumber, honestly. I know this looks weird. I just feel like the amount of efficiency you get out of it is crazy. Let's own this, okay? The faster, like we've gotten the hippo so early. And the hippo has kind of been dominant on the weekly so far from what I've seen. Like, basically getting my butt kicked by the hippo. I think an early hippo could go to the freaking moon. So let's be smart. Then the first thing we should do, I actually think we should sell the duck. We shouldn't have frozen it. You sell the duck to buff the hippo. The hippo has more HP. You buy the hippo, you buy the fish to buff the hippo and the jellyfish. There's no real reason to sell and swap stats. Well, actually, a 14-12 hippo is quite an interesting situation, isn't it? You know what? I think you've convinced me. I guess I would rather have a 14-12 hippo. And maybe the jellyfish can get more stats back over time. Maybe it can't, but we'll see. Are we keeping... For now, we're keeping the turtle. Let's add some progressive stat gain. A little late for a dog, IMO. Sheep is like, it's efficient enough to work. And honestly, like, it looks like our jellyfish is bad, but it's a 610 with a croissant on it. That's not that bad. It really isn't. Oh my god, they're using the frog to their advantage. I don't believe it. There's dozens of us out there. That was a nice win. That felt great. Okay, and don't forget, you can just keep pumping the hippo stats as well. I don't think we're going worm on this one. Garlic's not going to do it for us. An anteater, honestly, probably does better than a fish in this context. But, like, how do we set this up? You're right, it's hard to set up nicely because we really want to make sure you have the melon armor. This is really good for our jellyfish, though. And then we can buy this for you next time. Okay, 1616 Hippo, level 2 Hippo with melon armor. This should go hard. I'm not giving you my permission to screenshot it, though. And I apologize, because I know you're asking for it, but I don't think you have my permission to screenshot it. Because it's just so precious to me right now. Like, I've worked so hard for it. The hippo should be the only thing that matters here. You can definitely go. And we could run parrot instead of anteater. You know what? I think it has a certain, what the French call a certain, I don't know what. Turtle leveling helps our jellyfish. Hippo getting any support always helps. A grape always helps. This is going to be a little bit less autopilot than the last one, for sure, but... What are we sniping? Oh, baby. Oh, we can't lose this one. Just call me Parker Lewis. Even the jellyfish would probably hang in there on this one. We probably don't need a level 3 hippo, but, you know, not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, we don't know what we're doing next time, but we know it probably involves a pair. I honestly feel like we're in an okay spot. We're on round 9 and we only have 2 HP down. Like, we'll probably lose some runs on the way up here, but once the hippo gets started, like, it just keeps going, right? Just call it the Energizer Bunny. I will take my stats. I will take a grape. Chili may make sense, but, I mean, I'll be honest, I think I just kind of underrate it. I think it's a fantastic tiger, or sorry, a fantastic turtle, I should say. Now we got melon armor on our 2 best units. Tiger might fit, but I don't know. I can't think of anything to swap out to replace it with, honestly. God, if only that snipe had actually worked. Holy cow. Even, honestly, our hippo got blown out, and blown out is 1 for 1. When your hippo doesn't get more than 1, then you know you're in trouble, and we still won. So we know this team's got more gas than we expected. Go ahead, but what are we doing? We should be buying, like, all buff-related foods. To be honest, I think it makes the most sense to, like, sell the parrot and buy a stegosaurus. I'm fairly, and it screws up our placement a little bit, but I'm fairly firmly in the camp that, like, the stegosaurus is an auto take in this pack. Like, the extra stat gain from it is just crazy. And it's the sort of thing where, like, just, and sadly it's not going to work for us here, which is crazy to me, but getting your hippo off the ground like that, hold on, maybe it will draw at least. We're going to draw? That's a mercy, honestly. But so sometimes your hippo barely kills the first unit, and then it goes infinite from that point onwards. That's pretty much what we're looking at here. You know what? I think you're gone, and you're taking one of these. As crazy as that sounds. So you're already going to be, like, pretty close to max. Why don't you take some permanent support? I think if you're worried about the fact that... you know, there's no real point to a 50-50 hippo because there's no upside that you can glean from it. I think it's like a horse before the cart sort of situation. I would be content to just have a 50-50 unit that can replenish its own HP. I'm not worried about the amount of, like, net gain it's missing out on as a result. I'm worried about the amount of damage it's able to do once it's actually out on the hard court here, and it's doing a lot of damage. It's looking fantastic. Let's try to get to a level 3 turtle. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. Definitely, I honestly think you could maybe just try to throw a snake in on this team. It's really good, but if your hippo gets blown out, you'll be disappointed. But you know what? Let's give it a try. And if we can get the snake to level 2, is, you know, that's that much better. So we're taking a chance on our hippo here, but I'm hoping I won't regret it. Oh, no! Wait a minute, this might be completely... It's horrible, but it's also fine, weirdly enough. Like, you completely blew up my team, and yet it actually seemed like it was beneficial, weirdly enough. That was weird. Go ahead. I mean, that's a strong hippo, one way or the other, man. This would be nice. This would be the first 10-piece with no dog on the team. Which is... there were times I didn't know if that was going to be plausible for us. No! The chili peppers just did enough. Okay. It's not hubris. We're still hanging in there. There's plenty of time. Level 2 snake. It's very nice. It's a very nice thing. The jellyfish keeps getting stronger. The hippo keeps getting stronger. You know what? I have a hard time believing that that's going to matter, but you got to make choices when you get down to 3 gold here. And if this one goes wrong, we'll probably rework the order of the squad. I'm not that worried about this team. Especially with the octopus dying. Dude, we're going to crush them. That's fantastic. Okay, some confidence has been restored. I feel better. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. That's 2 in a row. Can you believe it? If you did enjoy it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!